Welcome back, everybody. Bloodfencer talking, and this is Amnesia, a machine for pigs. So, if you're wondering about the abrupt start, I wanted to start recording from the point where we left off, which was just after coming through this door into the next area. And for some reason my autosaves fucked up, and I was back in the mansion, in the Grand Hall, and luckily this save was still there, so I didn't have to go through everything again, just to get back to this place. I also noticed that the... Wait, is this correct? Oh yeah, this is the right place. I also noticed that the brightness settings for the previous episodes weren't entirely optimal. So I turned up brightness on my end a little bit up again, so you guys can see a bit better. It's weird playing a game that's supposed to be dark and scary with such a high brightness, but well, anything to appease the gods of YouTube. And we're in another big area. The streets of London. Wretched place, cursed with pigs and desolation. Mandusco, meat processing factory.
Water in his shoes. Always the water, and the sparks of the embers of the wheels. It's too bony! It's too damn bony!
Mad ramblings of a madman. And another journal. Amanda's processing company. My soul shudders at what I've seen, but at last I have reached the main part of the factory. Now onwards, downwards, to find those floodwaters and drain them away. Like Moses, I will cleave the waters and lift my little darlings clear of its vile cradle. Come on, let me in. Just want to check if there's anything up here. Gramophone.
These men, Professor, these so-called men of vision, they would shackle the masses to a wheel and turn it till their backs break. All for that opiate, the lure of profit. These fools who lackey them, these priests, these officials, this government, they make pigs of us all.
But what solution, my dear man? How to break a cycle? You cannot simply remove the promise of a better world for these unfortunates. In the workhouses, in the orphanages, the belief in heaven is surely the only succor one can find.
We do not need to wait. We can bring forth paradise now. We can speed the passion. With only a small sacrifice, we can hold the apocalypse. With just a small sacrifice, we can free our shackles and deliver them to paradise now.
Yes, I quite agree. I listened to everything. I listened to all of that. I wasn't just fooling around with the controls. Back down into the darkness. Oh, I remember this part. We got pigs. Yeah, there's a pig. I remember this part. I do not like this part. But it's still better than that one part that actually scared me. This door appears to be locked. Fucking hell.
Hear me, Mandus. I am compromised. Our contacts must be brief and occasional. Beware the wretches who populate this compound. The way you seek is under the pistons. When you meet the saboteur, you will understand everything.
Each compartment is ergonomically designed with a feed trowel at one end, so the product naturally settles into position ready for the stunning arms to connect to the skull. We use the natural static charge built up by the friction of the cards against the belt to build an electrical charge, which is contained within glass vacuum canisters at the sides of the stunning arm mechanisms, and delivered along the stun arms via copper cabling. We have observed that the artificial lightning contained within these canisters seems to calm the product further. Post-stunning, the line tilts sharply to the vertical, the physics of which tips the stunned product upwards to fall directly onto the hook of the bleeding line. This hook passes normally through the haunch or thigh of the product, and from this point we dispense with a belt and instigate a channeled floor, which creates a funnel allowing blood and byproduct excretions to collect and run to the fluid collection tanks. I really like how dry and scientific they are about these procedures. Okay. Oh wait, no, I'm wrong. This part is actually quite nice. This part is still okay. So, we're now in an underground area. There are these big ovens here, and some of them are fired, some are not. And pretty much all you gotta do is turn on the ovens and then be on your merry way. I think there's actually... Yeah, I think there's a journal coming up. Wait, this is the sliding door? Fuck, I didn't even notice that the first time I played this. Ah, come on. Don't make me look like a loser. I promise I can't... Ah, what the... That's big ass long hole. A series of collecting vans have been installed along the ceiling at this stage of the line, and the process of stunning and bleeding the product often expels stinking vapors from its digestive system, which can be collected, condensed, and used in the methane boiler to drive the engine as a whole. In this way, the more product is processed, the more power becomes available to the machine, and productivity is actually increased. A simple stroke of genius, but one that encapsulates the benefits of self-regulatory automation. Automatician. What the fuck am I? I'm dumb. Okay, number 4 is actually fired already. Wait. Ah, it's cold. For a second I thought there were lumps of pig in there. Alright, number 5 is burning. That's only one. We need more. Come on. Oh yeah, there's a journal here. Lily's arms are made of steel. Lily's arms are silent. The pistons are silent, for plant is at rest. I must poke the hornet's nest to open my way, I fear. The scale of these engines suggests a far greater works than is visible from the surface, so my friend must be correct, and the larger part of his plant is underground. We're close to the Thames. No wonder flooding is such a risk. The Thames. The river that runs through London, you know? If you didn't know that, fuck you, you just learned something. Ah, stop with the pig noises. And another bleeding journal. Fire and steel. The fires are stoked. Assuming the same architect is responsible here as with the chemical plant, my service that a centralized control system regulates and operates the pistons. It should be a simple matter of finding it and hoping the saboteur relented after simply extinguishing the fires. Oh, god damn it, that wasn't there before. Pigs! There are pigs everywhere! Suddenly it is dark. Okay, now comes the part which I didn't like. Okay. Just a little bit further. Yeah, now here we go. Here we go. Okay, so as in that one section before we entered this area, there are pigs running about. This time it's not just one, and they're walking a little bit more than the one in the previous room did. I'm not actually sure where the pigs are. Just know that I need to get out of here. Quick as possible. Pig. Okay, last time I played this, there wasn't a pig around this part of the machine. Run! Run! Those pigs are angry. Angry motherfuckers. The descent continues! What did the dark voice instruct me to do? Under the pistons, into the tunnels, and onto the bilge pumps. And if the doors should be locked, I will have to find another means of descent. I cannot trust him, but my path is set. I shall ignore those noises, that snuffling, those shuffling steps below me. I will brave whatever lurks beneath, and I will save them. He really likes his children. Locked! Confounded beasts! Locked! The crate arrived this morning and I had it delivered directly to the workshop. The body is remarkably preserved, although there is a subtle yet nauseating stench of damp and rot. It is humanoid in shape, but has suffered severe skeletal deformity. Remnants of leather straps encase the torso, which is deformed, with evidence of substantial muscle mass and displacement. It is difficult to ascertain whether this unfortunate is the recipient of some barbarous surgery or was born deformed and an attempt to force his gnarled body into some semblance of humanity was made. What he is I cannot tell, but I smell the orb upon him, and suspect my great uncle's presence in his curious condition. So it can be done. We can reshape the body into a tool, accelerate the process of Mr. Darwin's evolution. But he and my great uncle and I part company. He chose man as the subjects of his experiments, but men are difficult to control and rotten with sentimentality. No, we require a new creature for our chattels. Loyal, clever, strong, easily sated. And fair, that's when he decided that he wants to experiment on pigs. In case you didn't catch on to that. Through the darkness we go. Oh no, flickering light. It's locked. It's locked. What is this? Chemical transportation. Danger. Highly corrosive. Highly flammable. That sounds like my ride. Alright, we're back from a loading screen you didn't get to see because recording skips a beat. What's going on? Well, shit. Come on, Oswald. You can do it. There's another phone.
Quickly, Mandus. Find the entrance nearby. The children weep in the darkness, and the floodwaters continue to rise.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me that time is not on my side, bastard. Sabotage! Bruised and battered, but alive. I have survived the saboteur's best efforts. He and I are now locked in an epic struggle, but I'm driven to find my family, and I will prevail. Ignore the badness about me. Do not consider what cruel and unspeakable acts have been committed here. Find the way to the bilge, drain the flood, free your children. In order to facilitate the assimilation of tissue groups, a compound is required, or the cells will not bond. Disposal of non-bonded subjects must be immediate and using incineration, or we risk continuous animation without form. This is unpleasant. A simple compound of 1 part Brandenburg infusion vitae to 1 part orgone monoid dispersal fluid is sufficient. This can then be administered intravenously to subjects following reassembly to maintain bonding. The compound is unstable and highly light reactive. Once on the body, the Schumann lamp can be used to activate the compound, but outside the body it is highly corrosive. It can even destroy small quantities of metal. Small quantities of metal, you say? Maintenance access. There's clearly another passage beyond the locked gates. It seems I have a choice of approach. The padlock is old but firm, and after that fall, I cannot summon the strength to break it open. Perhaps I can find another way. So this part of the game kind of resembles the first few steps you take in the Dark Descent. Because now you've got this compound you have to create, and you use it to break the lock on a door, which is similar to something you did in the first game. The centrifuge! It's some form of bizarre mixing device for chemical compounds, and it positively reeks of the foul fluids I've seen too often before. It's clearly a compound, some volatile bastard of 2 composite ingredients. I should wager I would find them close by. And indeed we do. Low temperature storage. Okay. Inflamed it is, burning it does, bleeding from each hole, fore and aft, leaking down my legs, blood and excrement. My lungs are in my vomit, I pass clots of my organs now onto the filthy stone. Drink this, he says, and I did drink it. I did do that. Because of the changes they ripple in me, my teeth sneeze out and scatter like mice in the dark. I cannot find them all, gather what I can, push them back into my great gums with my fingers, but the nails are all weepy and falling out. Drink it, he says. It'll help for running of a fever, because not all of us can take the change. On the other table, a beast under a blanket. I never wanted to see under that, but he drank it too. He passed it under that blanket, and I heard it drink. Dear God Almighty, how can man shit so much blood and still live? So yeah, that's a thing that happened. Put that in there. See, I don't actually have to carry that thing for the entire time. Ah, okay, close the gate. Okay, I do not like the sound of that. There was actually a pig behind me. I'm not satisfied with that.
It fell onto his hands and they eroded in front of me. To stumps. To stumps. Next time we will use an equal mix of infusion vitae and orgone disperser. No, just take him out. You can dump him in the river for all I care.
To stumps! Holding pants. Yeah, holding pants sounds positively nice and not dangerous at all. Silence! Do not startle or upset the acquisitions. Teddy bear! Oh, I wanted to put him in a vase. Took delivery of another batch of imbeciles today. They are the sorriest specimens of humanity I've ever seen. No one asks where they go to. The authorities of Bedlam are simply happy to reduce the overcrowding in their teeming, stinking halls. We measure their skulls, check their teeth. We give them laudanum to pacify them. They wait in line, livestock, dull brown eyes and filthy skin. Many solve themselves as they wait. Into the manipulator they file in silence. I hear the hissing of gas. I hear the dull groaning as teeth are removed, as bones are reset. I hear the pig screaming. We have removed all the mirrors after the process. It is their reflections that trouble them the most. Afterwards, when they sleep, I walk amongst them. My children, I whisper to their dreams. You're my children now. I have children once again, and your forms imperfect will be the engines to make my own blood flow again. So, to recap. Oswald.
Over there, place it in the corner. What? You think I speak Prussian? Do I look like an inbred hog, sir? Who gives a damn what it contains? Just set it down carefully and leave me be.
Oswald found some weird thing somewhere in Mexico. Then he came back and built this empire. Something happened to his sons. We're looking for them right now. But something clearly happened to them, and that notes... Oh shit, another big mask. Most of these notes, when they don't have something written on them, like Edwards and Enoch's diaries, There's no names attached to them. They're all from Oswald. Ah! I do not remember this bit. I do not remember this bit at all. I swear to God, there was the pig last time I played this. God damn it, stop standing in my way, you fat bastard. No, just leave, just leave! Ah, shit, that's actually scary.
The lift has been sabotaged. You will have to find another way to the tunnels. Take care in this place, Mandus. It is the crucible of the evil that stalks these corridors.
Crucible of the evil that stalks these corridors. Nice. Oh look, it's Cogs. With a G at the end, not with CK. Cogs. Wait. Can I open that door? No. Disgusting. Okay, so... just grab one of these. Send it off. Children? There's a teddy bear. Children? Is that you? More experiments with compound X. Seriously? Compound X? That is way too close to chemical X, which is a Powerpuff Girls thing. Took the dog and injected it with strychnine. After the expected convulsions and spasming, it died just after midnight. I immersed the body in a large tank of compound X and introduced an alternating current via induction coil for a period of 3.5 minutes. Partial return was induced. However, damage incurred prior to death was retained upon revival, meaning the dog continued in the acute state of strychnine poisoning until I put a bullet in its skull. But drowning? Perhaps, yes. It is, after all, known to be the kindest of suicides. If one were to drown, replacing the fluid in the lungs with a compound X should theoretically be perfectly possible as a revival method. So now I'm here. It broke the valve, so all the pressure is gone. Go down here. Jump. Oh, and we are right back at this place. Thank you for telling me where you are, Mr. Button. The doors close. And the terrible ritual begins! Oh! It's done. Place it on the ground. And read the fucking journal. A heady brew. Hattie? Is it Hattie or Heady? I'll say Hattie. I have a compound. It hisses and steams in its container like some living thing, a witch's jelly to burn and corrode. The container is made from glass. a strange choice unless there's some particular reason why the metal that pervades everywhere else cannot be brought into contact with this so-called Compound X. I should investigate further for clues. Good thing we already did investigate and we know exactly what you have to do. Oh, I can't throw it? Oh, but... Oh, man. Finally. We broke it. There's blood on the floor. We broke it. There's blood on the floor.
Down here, Daddy. Faster, faster.
I'm almost there, my children. An introduction to letters. What is going on? Come on, open your eyes, Oswald. Oh, don't be such a pussy. Seriously, why do you spend so much time in amnesia just lying on the floor and coughing? That's... Oh look, it's a skull. Oh my god, I can interact with it. Alas, poor Yorick. I know him well, Horatio. Wait. Oh my god, those are piles of shit. This is enough for me. I'm calling this a day. Goodbye.